he's getting angrier and angrier. Hello everyone, I'm Jennifer Lee, and this is Cece. Oh, can't here. Let him see your face. Look, she's so beautiful. See her now? Hi. AKA GenXJen, back for another Daredevil reaction, and I've got some hot chocolate. I'm relaxing with some hot chocolate with marshmallows, of course. And she's been trying to get some, but no, you cannot have any of this. This is not for you. This is a human beverage. No, you can't have any. Yeah, but last I left off with Daredevil episodes 7 and 8. Was introduced to the figure from Murdoch's past, Stick. The guy who trained him. It should have occurred to me that there was someone who trained him to become what he is now. Because he was so young when his dad died, and his dad never really taught him to fight because he didn't want him to fight. But I figured that that Matt picked up on some things, and and I'm sure he did pick up on some things from his dad. But there's no way he could have become what he has become unless there was someone else who came into his life. And Stick is an interesting figure, someone you can both like and despise. He said a lot of smart, insightful things, taught Matt some good lessons, but he was also a dick, which Matt called him out on, and Stick was like, yeah, you're right, I am. He's self-aware. But also in episode 8, that episode had the shocking, or perhaps not so shocking reveal that Kingpin, why am I having a brain malfunction right now? Wilson Fisk killed his own dad. He said before that his dad died when he was young, and then the last episode revealed that he was the one who killed him. I was a bit shocked when that was revealed, but I'm not really surprised. I don't know if that makes any sense. Yeah, that's and something else I wanted to mention at the very end of episode 7. Stick is speaking to some mysterious figure. We didn't see his face, and he was the mysterious figure was questioning if Murdoch was going to be ready when the gates open. I think that's what he said. I don't know what they were talking about. Gates opening to what? What's coming? Some kind of war. Stick said there's a never-ending war. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to factor into upcoming episodes or not. But there's only one way to find out. I'm just going to get into episode 9, titled "Speak of the Devil." Okay, that's an appropriate title. So let's just get right into watching this episode. Oh, and thank you for being here and watching along with me. Be sure to give this a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. And I'd also really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. I definitely want to get more subscribers and grow this channel, and so that we can all have more fun. The more the merrier. So yeah, thank you for being here, and let's just watch episode 9 together. Ooh, who just kicked him? Who's he fighting with now? Does he ever get to rest? Good thing Stick taught him how to heal faster. Ooh, that was close. Oh, this is reminiscent of the first episode.
Started to wonder if you'd ever turn up again.
Meeting with his priest.
Yeah, I thought.
He's got another confession to make.
In the scriptures, the Hebrew word Satan actually means adversary. It's applied to any antagonist. Angels and humans, serpents and kings. Medieval theologians reinterpreted those passages to be about a single monstrous enemy.
This is very interesting.
I was certain I knew why. Propaganda. Played up to drive people into the church.
That makes sense.
So you don't believe he exists? Am I done talking?
Let him continue.
Years later, I was in Rwanda, trying to help local churches provide aid and sanctuary to refugees. I'd become close with the village elder, Gahiji. He went to Gahiji, talked with him in his hut for many hours. Then he dragged him out in front of his village and hacked him to pieces, along with his entire family.
Oh, God.
In that man who took Gahichi's life, I saw the devil. So yes, Matthew, I believe he walks among us, taking many forms.
Yeah, evil takes many forms.
What if you could have stopped him from ever hurting anyone again? Stopped him how?
Good question.
Doesn't change anything, Ben.
Except now we know who your King of Diamonds is.
You see the news? Everything's changed.
Yeah, this changes a lot of things.
Fisk has gotten out in front, abandoned by his father when he was 12. Mother died a year later.
His mom died too?
Bootstraps and a...
Ben Urich, Matt Murdoch. Attorney at Why the Hell Bother?
Well, they've met.
A friend of yours came to see me the other night. The man in the mask.
Terrorist cop killer.
Says he was framed.
Yeah, I could say I'm Captain America, but doesn't put wings on my head.
What do you want?
Same thing we do.
He didn't hurt Ben, and he didn't hurt me. I'll take the devil of Hell's Kitchen over Fisk any day. Plus, he kicks ass. No, you should have seen the way that he was flipping around in the rain.
Well, if he's such a... in return for my help, one that has inconvenienced us both, the man in the black...
Yeah. He wants his help getting rid of him.
Difficult to address. Specialist, perhaps, from your organization. I know for one with such skills.
Is that the person
But
that Matt was fighting at the beginning?
He has become cautious.
Yeah.
Yes,
He's being smarter now.
But emotion can turn the most circumspect of men careless.
We attack his heart.
Okay, so we go after Tully. We get him to turn on Fisk.
Yeah, that island he's on, no extradition agreement.
That's why he went there.
Buenos dias.
Hola, Senora
Oh, this is Cardenas again.
Donde está la biblioteca?
Maybe she can give them more information. That's about the extent of what I remember from high school Spanish too.
Nos ofreció el doble de dinero.
They doubled the offer.
Mis vecinos, como para hacer una diferencia. She thinks she can change their minds. Enough of them maybe to make a difference. I don't think. This my home. We fight.
This must be on the block that Nobu wants.
He is good man. All of you. Good.
You think we're gonna trip this guy up with a deposition? After everything that's happened, you don't get who we're dealing with.
No, we get it. Matt, he's a rich dickhead who thinks he can pay people off to kiss his ass.
That's a good way to describe him.
He is standing on City Hall with his cronies like he's already won.
You know he can't see that.
All right, we can't let him get away with this.
I know. Sort of Fisk when he addressed the city. His man from Confed Go, Owsley, and a woman. One in the press said he seemed close with her.
He's gonna go try to find Vanessa.
Mariana says she works at Cinque Temple Gallery.
Maybe it's time I invested in some art.
Uh-huh.
If I could get inside the head of the man who won the heart of such a charming woman, it would inform my decision.
That's a clever way to get some information.
You could always ask him yourself.
Oh, is he here? Yeah. Is there
Not at all. We're just
first time meeting in person?
I see.
Wilson
Fisk has no idea who this is.
Murdoch. Although we probably shouldn't be talking, I believe we're on opposite sides of the Tennessee case.
Oh, you are?
Yes. The rental properties I recently acquired from Mr. Tolley. I'm sure that will be settled to everyone's benefit. The city has suffered long enough under the burden of poverty and decay. I believe we have opportunities now.
Wilson, Mr. Murdoch is a customer, not a donor.
So I apologize for the hard sell.
He's turned into a politician.
The city and its future. Seeing Hell's Kitchen to its fullest potential is very important to me.
I feel the same way.
Yeah, I think Matt really has an urge to confess something. But what is it?
What did you learn?
That he has someone he loves. Who loves him, who mourns his loss.
Few things are absolute, Matthew.
Yeah.
Even Lucifer was once an angel. It's why judgment and vengeance are best left to God. Especially when murder is not in your heart.
How do you know?
You're here, aren't you?
I stand idle if I let him consume this city, all the people who will suffer and die.
There is another man's evil does not make you good. Men have used the atrocities of their enemies to justify their own throughout history. So the question you have to ask yourself is, are you struggling with the fact that you don't want to kill this man, but have to? Or
And Matt is
you don't have to
torn
kill him,
inside.
but
He's
want
really
to?
conflicted.
Like a muddied spring
He's
or a
thinking he
polluted
might have to cross that line.
is the righteous man who gives way before the wicked. Proverbs 25 something I never can remember.
Righteous men have a duty to stand up to evil.
One interpretation. Another is that when the righteous succumb to sin, it is as harmful as if the public well were poisoned. Because the darkness of such an act, of taking a life, will spread to friends, neighbors, the entire community. I don't believe you went to see this woman for insight into how to kill a man.
I think he was just looking for information.
Maybe you went looking for a reason not to.
This priest is very smart.
Press assault charges, get them to flip on Fisk.
Yeah, not so much.
I reached out to Ben, and his sources say that they're off the map.
Just like
Everybody's disappearing.
Of course they are.
just like the one I drew on the napkin that you couldn't see back when.
Oh, I got a sign.
It's a little small, isn't it?
Building regulations.
Anyway, so are we. We are small but awesome.
And we're gonna make a difference. I know it doesn't feel like it sometimes. A lot of the time. But we are. With the power of the law.
Okay.
Dragged me into this rinky-dink firm, Murdoch. And I'll never be able to thank you enough for it.
You're not gonna kiss me.
I'm feeling a little something.
Aww.
Nelson and Murdoch, how may I help you?
Handyman skills.
Hey. Sorry, what?
Who's this on the phone?
Oh, when?
Who is... Oh no. No. Did somebody kill her?
It's her.
Because she refused to leave her home. I bet somebody killed her.
How did it happen?
Neighbors saw some junkie they'd seen in the building, fleeing the scene with her purse. Probably jumped to us with this before it came.
Karen, maybe you should
No,
wait
it
up
was
tonight.
not just some mugging
No, I'm
turned into a murder. There was more to it than that.
How did she die?
Multiple stab wounds.
Oh my god. Oh.
The ambulance got there quick, but
He's getting angrier and angrier. Ooh, ooh. God, oh my god, he's getting hit bad. Oh my god, and with his heightened senses, I can't imagine how much pain he's in.
first took the case. Karen and I went to Lehman and Zach. Marcy talked about a criminal element in Elena's building. So that's why the workmen left without finishing the repairs.
Because they feared for their safety.
Thought it was bullshit.
Maybe it was.
Yeah, I think it was. I don't think it was just some junkie.
Lena decides to stay and fight to rally what's left of her neighbors.
Exactly.
This happens.
You think Fisk has something to do with this?
Speak of the devil.
Oh, there he is on TV again.
Fisk is on the TV again.
Hey, Josie, could you turn that up?
No, never had the pleasure of meeting Miss Cardenas. I only recently...
Now he's being asked about
How do
her.
you respond to reports that you knew the tenement was unsafe?
That is accurate. That's why we offered a substantial sum to Miss Cardenas and her neighbors to help them relocate.
Yeah, right.
We should never
Such
let
a
this people
liar.
get swallowed up by the city. I mourn this woman's death. Didn't have to happen. It
Devil.
should've.
He doesn't give a shit about
Her passing
her
is a
or her
symptom
neighbors.
of a larger disease, infecting all of us. Disease of fear.
Funeral home.
Fear of bombings. Fear of cop killings.
Always going back to
Fear
that.
of a masked psychopath.
I need to make arrangements.
Trying
Shouldn't let
to
people like that take our city from us.
demonize the masked
We
man
need to stand together. Let them know that they will fail.
because he's afraid of him. He knows that he could be the one to take him down.
Because they are cowards.
So he's trying to stay on top of
Afraid
that.
of stepping out of the shadows. Afraid of standing
All this
up for people
projection.
like Mrs. Cardenas.
He needs to look in a mirror.
Jesus, he almost sounds like he means it.
I think he does.
He's calling the man in the mask a psycho. I hope they trace what happened to Elena right to his doorstep.
He'd never expose himself like that. Plus half the force is probably in his pocket.
Probably more than that.
Then let's pray the mask gets his hands on him.
I don't know. That might not be a good thing.
If there is a God, and if he cares at all about it, about any of us, Fisk will get what he deserves. You have to believe that.
I hope so.
I do.
Sooner or later. So frustrating. People get away with shit and don't have to face any consequences. What's in the box? Something he's really torn about whether he wants to use or not. Oh, it's his dad's stuff. Oh, what's underneath it? Weapons. What's he gonna do?
Tell me what you do now.
Beat up whoever he has to beat up to get the information. He's seeking. I think this... Yeah, I think this is the person who killed Mrs. Cardenas. Matt has found him. I think maybe he's too high to tell him anything. Yeah, somebody's paying him a lot of money. I don't think he even knows Matt is there. Yep, there's the purse. Man.
Hey, really?
Sober up, dude.
Where'd you get the purse?
What purse?
What purse?
Fine. Bad idea.
Yeah, he's a human lie detector.
I'm sick. Okay, the purse. I'll tell you snatched it.
So was this not the guy, or does he know the guy?
I've heard a lot of people tonight to get what I need to know. The asshole who killed Mrs. Cardenas shoots up at this address, likes cheap menthols, thinks it covers the stench of his rotting teeth. It doesn't.
Well, he knows this is the guy.
Was it Fisk? Was it Fisk? Was it Wilson Fisk?
Yeah, he wouldn't have been contacted by Fisk himself.
Give me a reason to. I don't know their names. I know they found me.
It's just
They took
people
me to a
who
warehouse
paid
full of
him
water. Pier 81.
to do what they wanted him to
They
do.
won't do it, man. I swear. I didn't want to do it. I was hurting. Man.
Shut up.
He took advantage of his addiction.
You're gonna turn yourself in. Sergeant Brett Mahoney at the 15th precinct. If you
One of
don't,
the cops he knows he can trust.
and next time, I'm not gonna stop. I didn't come here for you.
But I am the one you have found.
So this is Nobu himself. He didn't send somebody, he came himself.
Did Fisk send you? Is that why you paid that junkie?
You can't even say it.
A woman is dead, and for what? Just to lure me into some kind of a trap.
Oh, so this is how he attacked his heart.
You speak Spanish? What's a good toast for the people that should still... They should have told her to take the money like that. No.
He feels so guilty, blaming himself.
Hell's Kitchen I grew up in was a real shithole. But it had a heart, you know? Me and Matt, we learned the law. How to play by the rules. We were gonna help the people that we grew up with. Give them the same shot as the big boys like Fisk. It's all bullshit.
It's been so frustrating for them that they can't
Lies that we tell ourselves to make
help
it
the
through
people
before
in their neighborhood as much as they wanted to.
I don't believe that. I can't.
What are we supposed to do? Against somebody that owns everything.
Yeah.
Everyone.
What can you do?
What can we do to somebody like that?
The only thing you can. You make them pay.
But how? Oh my god. He's lit on fire. And he's still fighting.
Thank you.
Not anymore. Oh, now Fisk is
Nobu
here.
is becoming an issue.
He wanted Nobu gone.
Appreciate you removing him.
He didn't do it for you.
You wanted me to do this.
perfect world,
It's a
we live
setup
each other out.
to get the masked man to take out his
It isn't a perfect
rival.
world, is it? Not yet. To be honest, it took longer than I expected. Nobu needs
First
my
meeting between
meditate
Fisk and the
hours.
masked man.
I find it difficult to
At
meditate.
least as far as Fisk knows.
My mind won't quiet. It's a character flaw, I suppose. We all have them. You, for instance, you've demonstrated an emotional weakness for children, women.
It's not a weakness.
I assume that would extend to the elderly. So I baited the hook.
Yeah.
Here
But he
you
doesn't
are.
even know that he's the lawyer that was representing Mrs. Cardenas.
By necessity, I took no pleasure in her passing.
I'm gonna kill you. Take your shot.
Matt is already hurt bad, and there's really not much he can do against Fisk here, I don't think. Ooh, he cut him. Or did he just tear his clothes? And these other people are just standing there watching. Ooh. It's blood. Fisk has some serious anger issues. Matt doesn't have Claire to patch him up anymore.
Disappointing. Wesley.
Is he gonna shoot him? No. Ooh, he got shot. Wow. Got away from him. Just dove through that window.
They see the mask. Put a bullet in him.
You're not gonna find him.
What about Nobu?
Let him burn.
Fisk is evil. If only the public could see it.
We gotta nail that bastard to the wall. We gotta make him pay. For Elena.
Matt's trying to do that.
For everything.
Who's there?
Matt? Are you okay in there? Matt? Matt? It's me. I heard a crash.
Who's there? It's
Not
not
the-
Matt.
Matt?
Yeah, there's been a fight in his Matt's apartment that Foggy knows nothing about. Matt's fight with Stick.
If anyone who's in here is not supposed to be, I will mess you up. I'm not kidding.
Foggy with the bat again. Oh, I think it is. Oh, it is Matt. Coming in. He made it back to his apartment.
Where's Matt? What'd you do to him?
Yeah, oh my god, he has no idea that this is Matt. Is he gonna find this out now? I don't think he doesn't know this is Matt, and he doesn't know if he wants to help the masked man or not. But does it occur to him why the masked man would be in Matt's apartment? Yeah, now he knows. Oh, so now Foggy knows about his buddy's nighttime vigilante activities. He knows that Matt is the masked man. So he's got to be putting it all together now that the masked man has been framed by Fisk. Matt has been trying to take him down, and this is how Fisk is keeping him down, keeping him from doing what he's trying to do by turning the public against him. We all know this. But wow, I wasn't expecting Foggy to find out so soon. And Matt he's really torn up. And Foggy just happened to be there, and there's no way for Matt to stop him from removing the mask and finding out the truth. And this is probably going to change a lot of things. Change Matt and Foggy's relationship. Change their investigation. Their efforts to take Fisk down. And is Karen going to be let in on the secrets? What about Ben? I was thinking before that maybe as smart as Ben is, and with his experience in investigations, that maybe he has some inkling that Matt and the masked man were the same person. Maybe it occurred to him and then he brushed it aside and dismissed it. I don't know. And when Matt and Fisk finally met for the first time at the art gallery, Fisk did seem a little suspicious of Matt. Like he knew there was something more to him. It seemed like he couldn't quite put his finger on it. But he still has no idea, I don't think, that Matt is the masked man. He drew him out. Matt walked into another trap. They drew him out by having Mrs. Cardenas killed, and they didn't even know that he's one of the lawyers representing her. They just knew that he has compassion for people in his community who are vulnerable. And Mrs. Cardenas was refusing to leave her home, was encouraging her neighbors to stay, and so they had her killed. That was heartbreaking. Wow, multiple stab wounds. How horrible and frightening that must have been for her. And using some junkie off the streets to feed his addiction, using that to their advantage. They just, as more and more is revealed, they are revealing themselves to be more and more horrible, just truly awful, evil people. And Fisk, like I said, Fisk has some serious anger issues, and he has a lot of anger towards the masked man, and he took that out on him. He wanted to beat him up badly, and he did. And Wesley was just standing there the whole time. He had a gun the whole time. He could have just gotten that gun out at the beginning and tried to shoot him. I don't think he would have been successful, but Fisk wanted to beat him up, so he had Wesley stand back and stand by. And I really like how this episode showed Matt's internal conflict. He's been conflicted for a while about whether he wants to cross the line into killing somebody. He's been saying over and over again, "I'm not a killer." But maybe I think his actions have led to some people's deaths. He didn't directly kill people, but and I also like how this series is showing how Fisk is a complex character, and I like how in this episode, the priest said that even evil people can have love in their lives. Fisk really loves Vanessa, and like the priest said, nothing is absolute. Love and hate and goodness and evil can exist in the same person, in the same situations. This humanity is complex. That just it increases Matt's internal conflict about killing Fisk. Now that he knows he has a love in his life, he's also capable of love. As evil as he is, maybe I think Matt's thinking it's he wants to take Fisk down to make him pay, but it's not his place to kill him. And like what Matt and his priest were discussing in this episode, it's a dangerous line to cross. It could have if Matt were to kill Fisk or to kill anyone, it could have devastating consequences for himself, for the people around him, for his relationships. But Matt is getting angrier and angrier and more tempted to kill Fisk. But how could he do it, even if he decides he wants to? There are so many questions in this. I'm really enjoying how this series is diving into some deep issues, some complex issues that don't have easy answers. So I'm interested. I'm very interested. I'm very invested.
Hello, Editor Jen here, and Cece. Oh, she doesn't want to look at the camera. I'm just letting you know that I've decided to just do one episode this week. Episode 9. I did record a reaction to episode 10 as well, but just the episode 9 reaction by itself ended up being almost 40 minutes long, and last week's reaction for episodes 7 and 8 ended up being over an hour long. So I need to work on making my reactions shorter. So I'm just releasing my reaction to episode 9 this week, and then I'm not quite sure how I'm going to structure my reactions for the rest of season 1. There's 13 episodes. I had planned on posting a reaction for episodes 9 and 10 this week, and then I wasn't sure how I was going to do the last 3 episodes, do them all at once or do 2 and then 1. But since I'm just doing episode 9 this week, then I could do 10 and 11 together, then 12 and 13 together. You get it. But like I said, I'm going to work on making my reactions shorter, because if they're too long, I can see how that would turn some people away. So, but yeah, you're just getting my reaction to episode 9 this week, and I want to thank you so much for being here and watching this episode along with me, watching my reaction. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had some fun. I know Daredevil's not, I wouldn't call it a fun show. It's very dark and gritty. But I hope you enjoyed my reaction and commentary, and if you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, and I would also really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel, so that you'll be notified when I post new content. I will be posting my reaction to episode 10 possibly in a few days. It might not be a whole week. I don't know. I'm also currently doing She-Hulk reactions, and I'll be doing I just posted my episode 3 reaction a few days ago, so be sure to check that out, and I'll be doing episode 4 this week. So once again, subscribe so you'll be notified when I post new content, and thank you so much again for being here, and I hope you all have a good day wherever you are, whatever you're doing, so long for now.